Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Brownrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I could use some gold.
Very generous, thank you.
Wonder I can handle another.
Sure, not so bad.
Wonder who lives here.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Only I could get my hands on big.
No one enters.
Revelio.
Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Prefectus Totalis.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Over here.
Ringo!
Incendio.
I won't rest. Not quite. You can't stop us. You won't stop me. I'm a goblin! Much too slow.
Incendio. Confringo. 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 Revelio.
How nice of you.
Confringo. Levioso. Finger. Incendio. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Afraid of such arrogance. You're making this too easy. This is almost too easy. Oh, little magic.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio. Revelio.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
For better or for worse. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Revelio. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Revelio.
Why, it's a grapple, you are. Someone's here.
I never knew you're not even trying.
Rather unwise coming back this way. There you are. Let's get this over with.
Away with that.
Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio. Incendio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought.
Revelio.
We're making quick work.
Professor Hecat would be... Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Not quiet enough.
We're not finished yet.
Certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know. Now, we can have a look around in peace.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo.
We should clear out these spider webs. Seem to be in the way.
Incendio.
symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
What do you have there?
A gem? Sebastian, I think I found something.
Hopefully it will help
A
us
canvas
out.
piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this seems odd.
Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Revelio. Revelio.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable. You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
I have thrilling news. I believe...
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Revelio.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I hope I look... Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So, how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better! When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course! All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Has anyone...
Something is very wrong.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I hope it's not about anything I've been...
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the head.
I wonder almost daily why...
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I can never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Your master sees what a wonderful...
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh. But Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha. Looking forward to beating you at Summoner's Court today. Shall we begin?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning. Accio! You'll have to do better than that. Accio! That was sensational! Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? How about that? I won! Good match. Care to have another go?
But of course.
Splendid! Accio! What was I thinking? Accio! That was sensational! Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? That settles it, then. After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
This will be more useful when I have...
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
House elves and wizard kind.
Aren't you one of the students?
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio. 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 The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. Revelio. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here, in this place, You may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. Death. A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
Так, привіта.
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them.
Да, рендеринг прикольный. Типа скетч. Давай, молодец. Та ні, мене це вже все не лякає. Це ігри типу Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Амнезія і так далі. Вже мало що каже. Дякую за вход.
Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
якось сильно просто. Давай, вали теж. Іди попісся в углок. Правильно.
Now's my chance.
Шанс, мій шанс. Ну, це просто сама вона підказує, типу, що потрібно робити, і це тоді становиться дуже просто.
That's the way forward.
Що за камінь? Ні. Містер Клок.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Типа, повна невидимость, що? А в чому різниця? Я можу, вони так можу побачити, ні?
Can't see me at all. I can get
А,
closer to
прикольно.
them.
Прикольно. Ти так розумієш, що Клок станеться?
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
Як Властелин колец, там теж не обводка. Такий плащ. Не, ну красиво зроблено. Красиво.
But have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Жалко, що в цій грі не можна покращувати палочки, типу, щоб купляти якісь більш крутіші палочки. Так, це що, все? Це мені треба взяти. Я думав, це ролик. Тобто є магазин палочок, але там не можна чого купляти. О, мені дали якусь нову палочку. Ще крутішу, так? Да? Осідович який.
I've never felt such power.
Так, але це така механіка, що можна було покращити палички і демедж покращити. Наприклад, вставляти в них ці. Не зовсім поняв поводу мечингу. Тому що, наприклад, і Гаррі Поттер не одну паличку поміняв в процесі своєї історії. Так, а що це потрібно робити? Щось я не зовсім поняв. Це не працює. Можна зривати там. Бомбарди. А, ну да. Прикольно. Тобто заклинання, яке должно, по ідеї, було розбити про це, воно типу, відтолкнути, воно типу, не працювало, а бомбарда працює. Іноді, да, активно. Ну, просто там я так зрозумів, що паличок залежить від того, яке в них наповнення. Тобто вона може либо утримувати велику магію, либо не може її утримувати. Вот. Ну і так же само, типу, наскільки швидко не можуть перезаряджатися, тобто енергії. Ну, тобто, і це ж можна було реалізувати в ігрі, тобто, наприклад, якісь палички швидші, якісь не дуже швидші. Якісь сильніші, наприклад. Тобто, що за куклы для биття якісь все. А тут виходить тільки шмотки можна на себе вішувати шмотками. У мене ж наступна гра. Хочу пограти в цей. Ого. Ого. У вас тут багато цього, а? Серії Гаррі Поттера? Дай ні. Якщо гру, то ні. О, це ж не про... Блін, це ж ця ж... Ні, ну це залежить що. Наприклад, якщо грати Лего Гаррі Поттер, я трохи пограв, дитячий, він прикольний. Блін. І собака, такі зарази. Душевні мені не подобається, що в Гаррі Поттері, що тут в цьому, в Хогвартсі. Ти важка стучка заклинання, хочеш потім щітки кинути, а в тебе в процесі заклинання і не дає це все кинути. А на що там оце вниз, якщо все, всіх побив. Це було просто. Ненавиджу, коли це щось кастуєш, бачиш, а в тебе ззаді хтось підходить і добане тебе чимось. Тобто ти навіть не бачиш. Так. Ну, я обычно вішаю все, типу, на демедж, потім. Застосовую. Так. То ще маєш і бистру перезарядку, тому що є такі, наприклад, холод і дуже медленно перезаряджається. Толку від нього не особо. А чому вони так ці закидання? Вони щось краще. І щось далеко так ці використовують. Що? Оце вниз у нас взагалі ніяк не працює. Я не можу помінятися. Оце спів скастувати. Бронемаги забрати. Ого. Ого. Блін, оце перекати зробив. У мене закінчився перекат і тут різко по мені прилетіло, коротше. Це теж так. Ну я тут не мав ще шансів якихось щось. Ти звідки взявся щось? Так, капець. Ще замучитися чи що? Сколько їх там ще? Ну що безконечні чи що? Це мені просто треба дойти просто в цю точку, що не можу понять. Треба просто втекти чи що? Чи за мені на цього гоблина здорово замочить? Я ж не знаю, я просто... Обычно бываю миньоне, а потом уже головного бываю. Чтобы не мешало. Так. Щось сильно багато здоров'я. Тихіше, бля, за мною продовжу. От я зараз ще відхилився, валявся. І мене приложив, а урона не було. Ну, це капець, конечно, щось їх сильно дофіга. Легенькі, але їх дуже багато. От так тоді. Це все? На що ти способна? А ще накастував цих гоблінів. Це типу я должен померти, чи що є? От я не можу поняти, там є точка. Тобто це мені треба тікти, чи що мені потрібно робити, тому що мене скоро хілки закінчиться так. Ну от видно, що, а наш тоді... Наш тоді показувати цей. От я щось тільки ж щит поставив і не поставився. Тобто тут є проблема з мікроконтролем. Та і це, якщо таке все. От я нажимаю кнопку, воно відкривається якісь долі мілісекунди. А ти цей момент можеш кастувати, перекат якийсь робити. Тобто, ось як зараз ось спів. Зачем мені... Не знаю, я щось спробував. Тихіше вже. Ще раз вибив його. Ось я ще з цим сражався, але ззаді хтось хлопнув. Ну то есть, даже не видно. Буває. Так що це був якийсь камінь, так? Взяв і щез. Тобто він був, хто пропав. Я ж щит поставив, ну ё-моё, ну. Чому так Рокстан працює? И что, она мне сейчас опять их прикастует? Не, ушла, ну слабо. Ты думаешь, это даже третья волна? А то є там такі арени, я думав, ну все, там першого злупив, другого злупив, третій злупив. А воно ще далі. Він хілок було, половина хілок потратив на цю карту. Отак сюди зайти взагалі без хілок, взагалі це капець. Ні поушени випити нельзя, нічого нельзя. Ні баги поміняти.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
Все, пора вертатися.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
Каже, я ще далеко від закінчення. Прекрасно.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my
Моя
former
мама каже,
self.
що похоже на Юлію Тимошенко. Дуже велика схожість.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with in the wrong hands.
Я знайшов опцію, як діалоги пропустити.
Imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Гоблинське серебро.
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Ну, вона, типу, хоче стати сильним магом.
This must stop.
Не знає стопу.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Він каже, ти держала цю магію, тому що ти боялася її. Я хочу її використовувати для себе, типу, укращити. Забрала в неї з амулета цю магію. Я так поняв, що вона головний супротивник в цій грі. Тобто я ще з нею стрінусь на фіналі. А гобліни — це просто її посильні міньйони. Так. То негативні емоції, то ця древня магія. Source of Magic. Так, да, шляпа топ. Очки топ, шляпа топ. О, все, вже четверте. Це десь на фіналі, тому що це вже четвертий портрет. Більше місць немає.
Young, I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you.
Це вже фінал близько.
Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin...
Тут така чисто мультикультура. Африканці, згани зі своїм акцентом. Мусульмані, індуси, корейці. Мультивсесвіт.
Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share.
У них акценти, конечно, це капець просто.
I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Це питання до сучасної ігроробних цих студій. Тому що зараз, типу, повинні бути любов між жінками чи чоловіками. Повинна бути мультикультура, ЛГБТ.
5 names. The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Ачівка Hallowed Hero. Так, приз отримано. Ну, в принципі... Час по квесту. На сьогодні, мабуть, все. Вже завтра можна продовжити. В принципі, так багато сьогодні зробили.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize.
Так, буває.
I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Завтра будемо виконувати ці тести, квести з Себастьяна і далі по сюжетці. То скоро світло вимкнуть. Так. Save game.